Welcome to Project Call 10. This is a big one, everyone. So we will be launching the DAO, so all of you can check this out. And then we have a sneak peek of the Smart Yield UI. So without further ado, I'm going to turn it over to the one and only Dragos to do the deed. Sir, it's all yours.
Thank you very much, Troy. It's an honor and a pleasure to be here right now. But without further ado, let's just get straight into it. So let me start my screen sharing right here. If I find the correct screen, that's gonna be mission impossible. There we go. Cool. So we have the GitHub. Everyone knows it here. I have prepared something right here. I just need to go here. Press this button. So we're about to launch the BarnBridge DAO to the live BarnBridge app. So when you're gonna go to the app.barnbridge.com, you're basically gonna see that, and nothing more to add. Other than that, let's just get ready for this. And yeah, open this up. There we go. So 3, 2, 1. Actually, hold on a second. Bogdan, since you're the man of the hour here, do you want to give any final words before we push that button and make history?
No, publish release. 2 words.
2 words, publish release. Just gonna send it.
Send it.
Well, that was it.
LFG, guys. Please send it.
No, really awesome. Ton of work. So big, hands raised to Bogdan and the team and everyone. It's been an amazing thing. So
I'm
yeah.
getting a picture of Dragos with a bike helmet framed on my wall. Maybe.
Yeah, an amazing job by Kasian and Bogdan. Great job, guys. Amazing.
And Slava, number 1.
Slava for sure. Slava very here. Yeah, for sure.
He's here.
Vlad.
One thing I want to give you guys real shout out to all the dev team is the only people who saw the DAO code before up until now, obviously it's open source and the community can see everything, but the guys who built BondBet said that it was the best written Solidity they'd ever seen. And one of the audit groups in Telegram, I don't know if you guys saw that, but I don't know if it was Haichi or QuantStamp. They were guys, this code is unbelievable. Y'all are one of our favorite projects now. So even the auditors are looking at this code being it's fire. So that's a big testament to you guys.
Thank you.
You are amazing. You are amazing. Okay, well, now that it's up, I think what we do is we hand it over to Bogdan so we can do a quick run through of the UI for Smart Yield. So everyone can see what's coming at the end of this month.
Ooh,
the next big launch.
DAO is in the present. Let's take a peek into the future. Let me find my stuff. For some reason, I can't share the Figma app. And I was counting on it, which is my bad. Give me a couple of seconds to open it in the browser.
All right. I mean, I could show something meanwhile.
Ooh, nice. Yeah, the DAO launch itself wasn't that exciting. Show something. Okay.
You ready, Bogdan?
Prototype is loading. Yep, I'm ready. Stop sharing.
Do you know?
There we go. Can you all see what I'm supposed to show?
I see it.
You see it. Awesome. So this is how Smart Yield is going to look like. You're going to have a bunch of markets to choose from. All this stuff up here is going to be like multiple selects, so you can choose more of them at the same time, so you can compare stuff. We've kind of split the higher level app between overview and portfolio, and from the overview, you're just going to compare the different markets, and you're going to choose one that you want to deposit into. And then we went to the sort of like wizard type thing, because we wanted as much screen real estate to put in disclaimers and stuff. You're going to have some overview on the side, and then you just choose one tranche or the other. You're going to see some details about that, some warnings, some stuff. Let's say we go with the junior tranche, and we go to the next step. And essentially, the junior tranche is just going to be sort of like a Uniswap type thing, where you buy junior tokens. And pretty basic. You just input the amount you want, you choose the gas fee for the transaction, and then you have some transaction details. These are also, you guys should be familiar with these. From Uniswap, you have some slippage tolerance, because each deposit has some slippage with it. So if, let's say, someone gets a transaction in before yours is mined, you're going to get a slightly different rate than the one you see in the app right now. So this shows how much you're willing to go in one direction or the other. You guys know what slippage is, so that's it. And you just deposit and you buy into a junior position. You buy junior tokens for that pool. And similar feel for the senior positions. You choose a senior tranche, you go to the next step. The only difference here would be that you don't buy in junior tokens. Those are not the ERC20, the senior tranches, it's just an NFT. So in this step, you essentially customize your NFT. You select the deposit amount, you select a lock date, like a maturity for your bond. You're going to get the guaranteed APY for it. You're going to see how much you're going to be able to redeem it for at maturity, and then same thing, slippage and gas details. And after you do that, you've essentially bought a senior bond. So it's an NFT. It has all of the details you want for it. And then let's say you have your positions, and the way to like unwind them, withdraw, redeem your bonds, or redeem your junior tokens. This is where you go into your portfolio, and you have 3 tabs. You have the overview tab, where you see the performance of your portfolio, how it's split between senior and junior positions. You have a history of all of your transactions. And yeah, the senior and the junior tabs, these are just going to be details on your senior and junior positions. I could have, and I wanted to show these, but I think it's enough for now, and we can save some for later. So the senior tranche, you're just going to see all of the NFTs you have as senior positions, and for the junior tranche, you're just going to see all of the amounts that you have in junior tokens.
Awesome. Yeah, I think we save a little bit for later, but this gives everyone a really good idea of what's coming. From what we've seen from showing to people, everyone gets pretty excited. So
yep.
There you go, everyone.
Yeah, the whole point of the app is it's super lightweight. It's just a couple of more screens from what I've shown you. It's 8 screens in total. So you're like 4 clicks away from buying into a senior or junior position. That's what we spent a lot of time in. Yes,
beautiful, sir. Beautiful piece of work. Beautiful.
Before you stop sharing, Bogdan, do you want to reshare your screen and go to app.barnbridge.com and see what we're going to see there? You're just like handy there.
The copy paste projects are licking their lips right now, but so is the rest of the industry to use it. So LFG again. Yes.
Let me go back to sharing my screen so you guys can see the DAO live. Brave browser. There you go, app.BarnBridge.com. This is the yield farming interface. You all know it. You gotten familiar with it, and now you can go into voting. This is just a test bond.
So is your face there? Is your face in there?
It's not. It's not.
All right.
We're probably gonna meme the face on the threshold thingy at some point. But yeah, there you go. You can check things out. play with it yourselves.
I have a
Looking forward
question
to it.
And
for everyone. Is it can you deposit your bond like in the meantime, and it just doesn't start to accrue rewards until
Yeah,
Sunday
it's
time, Monday every like UTC?
yeah, exactly. So it doesn't that the rewards don't activate until pool 3 ends.
Okay, that's what I
It's
thought.
in
I
the Medium article. It's very specific.
Yeah. Okay.
So if anyone has questions, just go read the recent Medium article. The one that I put out, Tyler just put out one this morning. But it breaks down exactly how the rewards work, so everyone can understand, so that there's no confusion. So if you're in pool 3, I recommend just staying in pool 3 until it's over.
Obviously, yeah, it's a point worth making again, because even if you go into the DAO thinking you're not going to earn rewards, so just stay in pool 3, guys. Wait until Monday, the rewards contract activates, and then you can go all in.
Yeah, exactly.
Just to be crystal clear to the community, there's a couple things that are important based on this. One is the article Troy wrote, which the reason I'm not crystal clear on what Troy did is because we divided and conquered. That's probably the most important article for what people care about. Then in terms of like longer term just questions that we're going to get, I released the token the updated token distribution numbers. If you look at it, like the numbers don't go to 10 million because there's variable liquidity rewards, as well as like just what's called community reserve, which the community, I mean, we will all decide together now that the DAO is live, how some of that will be distributed in the future. And also, I think this is probably a good time, Pablo, I don't mean to put you on the spot, but you are amazing for creating those docs. Like no one even asked you to, and you just took the initiative. And so I think for the rest of this call, I know we have an agenda.
I mean, we're gonna there's a breakdown at the very end of all this, so you can go through all that if you want. So like, let's stick to the agenda so we don't get like lost in the weeds here. Yeah, no worries. Okay. All right. So let's move on. Okay. All that was awesome. Let's move on to operations. Akeem, do you want to give an update on what's going on with DeFi Alliance? Also, kind of what's also been going on. We announced yesterday about Open DeFi. So why don't you just let everyone know what you're up to?
Sure. So yeah, I'll start with Open DeFi. I think I put some comments in the Discord, but basically it's a industry-wide organization with a strong focus in Asia, pulling together just different players in this space to look into everything from standards from a technology standpoint, but also the kinds of standards we have been talking about recently with disclosures. They have a group that focuses on innovation. And so it's just like an opportunity to get people together to kind of, talk about the things that matter across the DeFi industry. So in talking to the team there, a couple of calls, it just seemed like it was a good fit for us to sort of advance some of the things we're trying to do on our end, but also it'll be a great forum just to like interact with other projects and other teams to kind of understand what they're doing. And I suspect it'll potentially be a good funnel for partners for us as we grow and expand and, sort of push through our long-term plans. So that's great. I kind of see it as almost like a corollary to the DeFi Alliance, which is a little more focused on, this side of the world. And there's some overlap in some of the things they do, but they're quite complementary. So I think we'll be able to sort of, leverage both pretty well. As far as DeFi Alliance cohort we're involved in, it's been pretty good so far. We've spent a lot of time just talking to liquidity providers, at least for our section of the cohort, which is sort of more advanced projects. A lot of the focus has been and will continue to be engaging with liquidity providers, understanding what they do and how they differ, but also taking the opportunity to kind of talk about BarnBridge and giving them insights into what we're building and also getting feedback from them. So, we've had some conversations already where we've gotten a lot of good feedback on what we're doing, a lot of positive feedback. but also a lot of constructive ideas that we think will be helpful as we continue to build out and launch products. So I'd say that's been a success so far. It's another 5 weeks or 6 weeks, I think, of the cohort. And one thing to add, I think towards the end of the cohort, there's going to be it's going to be like a section around standards and disclosures, because we're partnering with the DeFi Alliance as well to kind of push that forward. We've had some ideas around just leveraging it to socialize it a little more actively with new projects coming up, and creating a forum for them to sort of build their own ideas around standards and disclosures. So that should be cool. And the idea will be probably to do that on a quarterly basis. So just have these quarterly events around standards and disclosures, but also have, there'll be, a Slack channel for that. So there's a bunch of things we're thinking about around that, which I think will be also positive. Yeah, I mean, conversations with market makers have been really good so far, and liquidity providers. I think we've gotten a lot of great feedback. We're having interesting conversations, and we'll share more information as we can and as it makes sense. And that's really about all I have to share at this point.
Cool. Thanks. Yeah, there's definitely been a lot of interesting stuff coming out of all those conversations. I think the community will be pleasantly surprised in the coming couple months around a lot of it, because some of it's going to be presented to the community for votes in the DAO for specific things. So, keep your eyes open for that, because it's going to be interesting. We've gotten confirmation from some of these people to do things that I thought would not be allowed, but they've been very open. So it's exciting. It's pretty exciting. But I think we'll leave it at that because we can't get too much into it. So then I think what we'll do next is,
Troy, one quick thing. Akin, me and Troy need to have a call in the next 2 days, because I have some stuff to update you on. But let's make sure that we do that. And I want to say it now, since we're all going to get so busy after this call.
okay. So then let's see. Let's move on to Bounties. Mark, do you want to give an update on the Bounties? I know there isn't too much going on there, but there is some things going on. You're on mute, Mark.
We're wrapping up translating Japanese, Portuguese, and Spanish, and just pushing them live to the website. We have most of them done. We're just trying to get it all onto the website and get it launched. And also we're gonna be continuing the meme competitions as always, and that's really it. Bounties, we're actually starting to explore a little bit about bug bounty programs, but still we have not had any like code that we've needed reviewed yet from that standpoint. So but still keep on the lookout. We're starting to look more into that, so look for that in the near future.
Yeah, bug bounties are probably something that we're going to have to set up at some point. So the next thing is the website and Discord community. I'm going to turn that over to Pablo, because Pablo's been doing and Vitaly have been doing a kick-ass job at just managing all that. You guys have been amazing. I just want to let you guys know that. So Pablo, if you want to give an update, please.
Yeah, 2 updates so far. So first, Messari. BarnBridge got listed on Messari. You can find it there now with the whole information on the profiles page, and I think it's just in time. And the second one is that we set up the BarnBridge documentation on a separate subdomain. It contains all the recent information on the BarnBridge DAO, our upcoming products, FAQ, and also all the links to our official resources. So if you go to docs.barnbridge.com, you will find it and find all the information there. And also, this includes, so as we have been just like the witnesses of the BarnBridge DAO launch, this also includes the how-to guide section with the video tutorials on some stuff like from the how to deposit tokens, how to vote, how to create proposals, and all of that information is available there. So I really hope, guys, that this will be helpful. And if you have any other questions, you know where to find us.
Yep. We will be on the Discord.
Yeah.
So especially right after this call. All right. Well, now, Tyler, do you want to give the token breakdown article update? Because I think that's really important if you like walk through exactly what's going on there.
Yeah, hold on. Much apologies. My internet is slow. I am at a place that does not have fast internet. So basically, this is what I was talking about earlier, the curve. This will gap up based on the community deciding things together. These aren't like 100% right where these fixed ones are, because I'll show you. I probably need to fix that. I realized at the very end, but since like the last update on, well, this, you guys can go use the internet and make this load for you. But basically, we looped the smart yield and smart out. I just basically clarified that LP rewards are smart yield and smart alpha. We added some of the runway usage. I've been like clear in the community that we've done like OTC deals to fund runway. That's what helped us expand the team because we originally raised like $1 million in the first round. Yeah, we'll like continue to do those OTC deals to fund runway via the Secret Service multi-sig. Also for community, like we use the multi-sig also for some of the community funds. So there's still that 3% that has kind of been in limbo for a long time, which the community will find out what that's for. Otherwise, it will get returned if that deal falls through. The pool together, there's essentially two things for BondBet. Like we didn't really talk about it on this call, but BondBet will integrate into the DAO so that you can essentially pool together to go after like that reward if you so choose. But also there's that's called a yield pool via BondBet. There's also like a staking pool. And so just to get something out, we provided some bond to the pool together pool, and it will go on for like 26 weeks. By the time it's done, I think that the actual yield pool that plugs into our DAO will be juicier. And so that essentially was pulled out from the community rewards. The community airdrop, which was much, much larger than the pool together piece, that was, but I think all in all is like 0.12%. So nothing groundbreaking. The DAO staking rewards were updated to the community via Troy's article. So I updated all of these graphs to include that. And yeah, so the community reserve is updated, and so is the treasury. And just so everyone knows, all of that stuff, nothing changed about the seed investor allocation, advisor allocation, the team allocation. Like we, the original things that we told everyone, nothing about that's changed. Like no one on the team has gotten anything different than what we originally told the community. And the final thing is that all the bond tokens for the launch DAO, they'll be transferred over to the BarnBridge DAO. And yeah, so basically the launch DAO will kind of become useless. And we will essentially use the multi-sig to handle like, day-to-day operations, for a foreseeable period of time. But that's
are those graphs updated on the website?
I want to say no. We'll update that today. If it's not updated on the website, it will become updated within the next 24 hours.
Cool. Right on. just so I think it's best just we have it on the website too. So that's the update on the token distribution and everything. I know there's been a lot of questions about that, so please check that out. Next part is actually the roundtable, and we've gotten a lot more questions from the community this time around, and I kind of suspect that's going to continue going forward. So we're just going to go through it this time. The first one's from CISO 17. What will be the first decisions that need to be made by the community, i.e. BBDAO? Is there sufficient developer support to even consider BBIPs that are not focused on the launch of Smart Yield or Alpha? So the first decisions are going to be kind of up to the community to come up with what they want to talk about. If you remember correctly, that a lot of what we did with the BBDAO was that we wanted to push most of the conversation off chain. So the final decisions are made on the boat, but almost all the discussions, everything that's kind of the meat of what's going on is going to be off chain. So we will be setting up a form. There is a snapshot available now. I think that actually got activated on this call, or maybe a little bit before. And the dev team here is laser focused on Smart Yield and Smart Alpha. So outside development on things that might be additional probably isn't going to happen right now, since the products are what we originally created all this for. But going forward, I'm sure there will be opportunities for other things to be made. That if the community agrees that this is what needs to happen, I think everyone will be in agreement that that's what we need to build, since that's what DAOs do. Next question from VinZ2000. I love these names. Could you please elaborate on go-to-market strategy for the product launch? I guess you would address that at that point anyway. So the go-to-market strategy really will be putting the vote into the DAO. The BarnBridge DAO will be, current thinking, will be what actually activates that product. So the community is going to be the one who really takes it to the market. We have other things around it that support it in ways. We kind of covered that earlier in the call. Tyler and Akin were alluding to some of these things. There will be more information about that, but the go-to-market strategy is going to be the DAO actually launches these products. Currently, that's the thinking. The DAO is going to have to allocate the rewards, because the rewards are now going to be in control of, or the bond tokens are now in control of the community as soon as these Aragon votes go through. And then the last question from High Fidelity on Discord. This is a kind of a long one. Questions, or rather a topic for clarification on the call. We're all feeling the impact of high gas fees. It's an especially hot button topic now that we've been unstaking, staking, claiming rewards as DAO is released. We've heard layer 2 is on the radar for after first product's launch, which makes sense. Can you just share your thoughts on how you're thinking about layer 2 scaling, where if it fits in backlog prioritization and consideration into solutions optimistic, Matic, XDAI, to the extent you can share, of course. You're always so good at sharing rationale about decisions. Okay, that's just compliments. So in regards to layer 2, we are having conversations with a bunch of layer 2 options. The thing that's really important for everyone to understand for us is that we have to go where the yield is. So even though we're doing the research, we still have to kind of watch where it goes, and then we have to almost follow. So maybe there's yield on multiple layer 2s. We're going to have to follow. Maybe there's yield on another chain. We're going to have to follow. So what a lot of the conversations that have occurred are about how we can facilitate that architecture and how that will look and how that will facilitate for the DAO that's on layer 1, if it stays on layer 1. I can say this, that I think there's going to be a lot of discussion around all this in the next like 2 to 3 months. I think there's going to be a lot of movement just based on internal calls we've had, internal calls. I think it's best just to leave it at that, but I want the community to know that it's been a research avenue that's been going on since the beginning of this project, and we've made a lot of connections, and there's a ton of work going on outside of our team that we're working with. But it's not our place to release any of that information at this point. But I am very, very optimistic of that. And I'll leave it at that. Is anyone else on the call? Would you like to jump in, say anything about those questions? I know I kind of ran through them, but I know we're all pretty pumped on what we just did.
I would just add, to bring it full circle from before we were talking on this call, that that I think everyone can look at like Kane's Twitter. He did like a tweet storm about optimism, and I actually had a call with him yesterday, and he said that he's very confident that what he's been working on for a long time with the optimism team is going to fix a lot of this for the industry. And given that Kane has led us to the promised land over and over and over again as an industry, I'm going to trust him at face value. And if he's right, then it fixes a lot of these problems. So fortunately, Kane got ahead of this and has been working on it for what, like 6 to 8 months now?
Probably longer.
Yeah. So like, I'm not going to overlap and do double work on what Kane's already working on. If it doesn't work out, we'll get serious about looking at some of the other roll-up solutions. But yeah, when Kane says he's confident and optimistic about optimistic roll-ups and via optimism, Jesus, I'm that makes me confident.
Yeah, definitely. I think we'll leave it at that. But like, I still have this opinion that in the next like 6 to 18 months, you're going to see a DApp with over 1 million active users. So that's like my prophecy. We'll see if it happens. But I'm
BarnBridge.com,
very optimistic. Yeah. All right. With that, congratulations to the community, to everyone. This has been an amazing couple months. The DAO is up. DMOB in Romania, again, congratulations. You guys are gods. We love you. We'd be lost without you. Yes, everyone about.
Yeah. Thank you. No.
And with that, I think we're just going to call it. So awesome DAO launch day. Next big one is the Smart Yield launch. Let's do it, boys.
Let's go, baby. Let's go. Thank you. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Thank you.
Go.
Bye-bye.
Later.
Bye.
Later.